Damn, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Stories Written by Kern Prisoners. It just does not stop, not even for a little bit. Big Looney, man, Luis, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, my boy. Hey, it's always a pleasure to be here with the big Stories Written by a Current Prisoner, a.k.a. Isolated Minds, what happened?
Mr. Criminal Insider.
Criminal Insider. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro, I was about to go on a rampage right now, my boy, because you grinding, dog. That's right. I appreciate you having me on once again, my boy.
Man, as always, man, the pleasure is all mine, Big Looney, man. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day, man, and giving us your insight, giving us your perspective, man, because as always, man, it's a very interesting one, man. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it and waste no time whatsoever, man. Of course, as we all know, man, unfortunately, man, in the California prison system, it's been a violent year. From my understanding, there's been, I think this was the 19th or 20th homicide, man. As of last week, we all know that two Norteños, one NF member, in fact, was actually murdered during a removal. An actual guard from the gun tower shot and killed two of the assailants. Now, what's a little crazy about that is that 2 years ago, in the month of November, this actually happened all over again when another inmate by the name of Martin Pacheco, he was assaulting another inmate and was stabbing him. He himself was killed also, and it's crazy because it also happened on November. That happened on November 25th. This incident took place, if I'm not mistaken, November 30th, man. So what is your perspective on that, man, with all this craziness popping off in these California prison yards this year, man?
I mean, it comes with the territory, my boy. Like, see, as you know, bro, on my platform, I highlight stories like this. I highlight stories like this. I keep away from the current events for the most part because I know that there's going to be more than enough people such as yourself. You guys got this, and you're highlighting it, and you got very vivid and personal first-hand testimonies. And I hope people out there take this, man, as a cautionary story, and especially the youngsters out there, man. And even, like I said, the real offenders, bro, like, it ain't stopping. It's going to keep going. Destruction in the system is always going to keep going, bro. And, yes, I've seen somebody, bro. I've told it on my platform a month ago. I've witnessed somebody get a bullet through their head by the Mini 14 in the day room as they were stabbing somebody, trying to take their lives, And so, yeah, that's what happened.
Know that?
Yeah, Woody from Toberstown. I told it on my story, on my platform. But, yeah, man, it's crazy because, I do remember what you just finished highlighting, the NF member. I don't know what would have, obviously the dude was either in trouble or something was going on there for him to handle that business. Or it could have been one of those things where that fool was just with the business, old school style, and just, okay, man, I'm gonna get this fool myself. He owes me some money. But for the most part now, these dudes have their soldados take care of their business, as opposed to like before, they would handle their own business, right? But I think the reason why I didn't drop a story on that, Tony, is because I could only really speak on Sureño business, as an ex-Sureño and as a camarada that was personally and intimately involved with Emeros. Like, bro, like, that's why I didn't feel comfortable speaking on something that I have no intimate knowledge about. I could speculate because, they have similar politics, they have similar tactics, but at the end of the day, I've never been laced up with the NF member, an NF member, different story, but, so yeah, man, so for you to say, and like you reminded me, I mean, that dude handled his own business, he ended up getting smoked. I mean, think about the tower guard, bro. Like, what would possess him to kill two of the assailants? Like, You're supposed
Let me
to
jump
use.
in there real quick.
Go ahead, my boy. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm sorry to cut you off, man. I never
Do your
usually
thing,
do
my
that.
boy. Do your thing.
But me personally, yo, I would think, bro, it's just so many damn murders, bro. In particular, in High Desert, bro, there has been literally like 10 murders there, bro. In the past years, there's been so many.
They know he's an NF member, though. But go ahead.
Hey, you know what? You're absolutely right about that. There must be more to the story. I'm pretty sure him, in fact, knowing that that's an NF member, that in itself might cause a whole war between Northerners and Southerners going against cops and whatnot, because of course, we have seen that happen before.
Or at least just the NF, with the cops, right? You're right on that.
But at the same time, and I'm thinking, man, they had to make an example out of these dudes, man. These dudes were getting too carried away, man. They were starting to catch a murder twice, 3 times a month. So I was like, man, we got to put a stop to this. We got to make an example. And now I think that every single person who perhaps is up to bat next and has to do a removal, I'm pretty sure they're thinking twice about it. I'm pretty sure they're thinking twice. Damn, man, I might lose my life in this next removal. Do I really want to do this? So at the same time, it's unfortunate, as sick as it sounds. It's I'm not even gonna say it. It's not a good thing that happened, but it was an example to be made, man. But go ahead and continue.
You mean no, you're good, my boy. It's a conversation, my boy. Yeah, I mean, bro, look, it's not even a bad thing to say, bro. Like, honestly, no disrespect to anybody, bro, but you gotta understand, man. Hay con la ley y contra la ley, meaning there's cops and there's criminals, right? Each one of those have their prerogatives, right? Their priorities. It is what it is. It's a war for all intents and purposes, you know? So when it comes down to setting an example, meaning like, hey, okay, you dudes want to come out here, you guys want to kill people, you want to stab people, okay, cool. You're going to get smoked. It is what it is. Look, bro, this has been going on for a very long time, as you know. And one of the things, the stabbings that I did in prison, homeboy, you best believe that the only thing I was ever fearful of was that Mini 14. We even had camaradas giving us the, hey, ya estuvo, you know, giving us the heads up. After what I was going to say before you interjected, they're supposed to, and I don't know what happened, but they're supposed to use non-lethal force first. Bertha, 2, 3, 4 times, not 2, 3, 4, 2 or 3 times, and then, you know, like the lethal. But, you know, when it comes down, bro, to the details, I don't know the details, so I can't really speak too much in depth as far as how fast that guard picked up the Mini 14 to smoke. You said both assailants, right? I remember that one. Yeah, both assailants. Bro.
That is correct.
For you to kill both without the other one proning out? Come on, dog. You know? It had to be one of those things, bro, like, I can't say that I've ever been in a situation where that target was such a high priority that both assailants had to die in the process. Once the Mini 14 cracks, my boy, we could prone out. You're not told. Once the Mini 14 cracks, that's a wrap. After the fact, the camaradas, they don't give for it. They don't punish you. They don't do none of that. Let's keep it real. And anybody out there listening, it's like an unwritten rule. Yeah, stay on them. They tell you stay on them. This is what happens, man. When somebody needs to get got on the yard, bro, right? And picture the environment of this. On a level 4 180, you're in the cell, the porter comes by, and they tell you so-and-so needs to get got. When they tell you stay on them, I mean, you're supposed to stay on him, but when they emphasize the point to stay on him, that means stay on him at all costs, no matter what. But even under one of those situations, once the Mini 14 cracks, especially if one of the assailants gets shot, you damn near have every right to prone out, and that's a wrap. So I can't even understand or fathom the fact that hungry, trigger happy ass Hura in the tower killed both of them, bro. I have to believe that this fool was murderous savage, bro, honestly. And I'm not trying to judge him as far as saying he's in the wrong all the way. But for him to kill both, bro, I never even heard of like that, bro. Never. I'm not saying that it's never happened in the history of the world. But for you to kill both assailants, my boy, come on, dog. You know, it's just unheard of, you know. And obviously we've heard in the past that some of the guards, the towers, don't even wait for they don't even shoot the Bertha. They don't even shoot the Bertha. They go straight to the Mini 14. That's a violation of protocol. Plain and simple. Now, you made a great point. There's been a whole rash of murders, right? There's been all these murders, all these stabbings, systematically, right? I can't even stop myself from speculating that the warden probably told them, screw this, screw that, go straight to the Mini 14. So the first 2 shots, or the first 3 shots, he killed the assailants. Because he was told, under no circumstances are you probably going to get prosecuted or anything like that. You're justified. Why? Because at the end of the day, bro, the worst thing that can happen in one of these COs is they lose their job. Period.
Okay, here's the thing. L. Here's the thing, man. How much time in reality do these guards? Because your response there actually took me by surprise. But how much time do these guards have realistically to react to a situation like this? I'm pretty sure this happens within seconds. They're having a conversation or playing handball 1 second, the next second. I've never been to prison, but I'm pretty sure it happens like that, where it's like you didn't know it happened, and all of a sudden 5 seconds later, some dude's being moved on. So he has a window of maybe 5-10 seconds to make that life-altering decision. Or how does that work?
Well, this is why I'm talking about protocol. It doesn't matter how long happens. Okay, so the yard goes down, right? From the moment the tower sees this dude getting stabbed up the yard, to the moment they pick up the first weapon, they're supposed to go to the Bertha first, meaning the rubber bullets, the block gun as before, and then the Mini 14. They're supposed to use non-lethal rounds first, you know? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm deprived of the certain details. But for you to be able to kill both assailants, bro, like, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, it's either they were staying on him to the point where they just wanted to kill him and they just weren't listening. In that case, the tower guard is justified, you know? But like I said, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm deprived of the details, you know? But let's just say that he didn't use non-lethal force at first. Then he's wrong, you know? Because he's supposed to follow protocol. But let's just say that he didn't follow protocol, right? I'm just saying, like, in some senses, I really can't blame that dude for doing what he did, because, you know, you see somebody on the yard and you know that it's an NF member, then you know they mean business, you know? You know that whoever they're stabbing, they're trying to kill him. You know what I'm saying? So, in many cases, a lot of people would justify that, stop him at all costs, you know? But I'm just saying, like, the warden probably gave him that permission, like, bro, do what you got to do. We had too many murders. We need to set an example, just like you said, you know? But that could definitely start a war, bro. You killed an NF member, bro. That's nothing light.
Let me read something that's coming straight from the cdcr.california.gov.
Cool.
I actually should have brought this up a little while ago, but just so we're actually crystal clear, this is not my article, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just reading this little paragraph real quick. On Tuesday, November 29th at 10:52 a.m., Frank Nanez and Raul Quen attacked Anthony Aguilera with Indian-manufactured weapons. Staff quickly responded, first using verbal orders to stop and get down, which were ignored. A warning shot from a Mini 14 rifle was fired, which had no effect. Then staff fired additional rounds when the attack continued. Chemical agents were also deployed. Both Nanez and Quentin sustained gunshot wounds. No other incarcerated people or staff members were injured. And then blah, 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 blah. But long story short, I guess what it is indicating that there were verbal, there were verbal demands to stop. There was a warning shot. and then they were shot,
okay,
according to CDCR.gov.
And you know, this is the beautiful thing about our conversation, right? Because me and you talk, bro. We come out here, let's talk about this conversation. And this is leading, guys. The beauty of this conversation is this: we're not even to the point of the video yet. You know, we got some good shit coming up. But now, if these dudes are saying all this, then that means it's in the 115, and it doesn't really matter if it's on black and white, right? So since it's in black and white, meaning you read what you read, and that they gave him verbal warnings, bro, these fools had no type of courtesy, meaning like they didn't deserve the courtesy of a warning shot. So if they did give him a warning shot, which I have no reason to believe they didn't, since it's in the media, it doesn't mean the media tells the truth, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the word for it this time. Then yeah, bro, whoever this dude was, bro, he needed to be dead. Because there's no warning shots in prison, bro. There's no warning shots. It's written at damn near every building. Not damn near. Every building is written. No warning shots. So if these dudes walked up to him and gave him verbal demands, deployed whatever non-lethal methods, and gave him a warning shot, then the cops were justified. Straight up. Then they were justified. And whoever this dude was that they were trying to kill, bro, he needed to be dead. I don't know what the fuck he did, bro. But for him to have an NF member on him, you know, and have a warning shot, bro, a crack of the Mini 14, and they were still on him, yeah, bro.
Maybe the victim was an NF member. You know, only a brother can touch a brother. Maybe it's one of them things. I mean, I
very
guess
true.
Very true. We might never know.
It's crazy that you said that right now, because I didn't want to say that right now to speculate. But yeah, it's just like the Mexican mafia too. Only in the metal, petition on the metal, unless you're in line to be made, type stuff. You know, and it has to be sanctioned. But yeah, man, whoever, yeah. I mean, but see, I don't know. I don't know if there's no information out there of the victim being an NF member or not. Whatever that dude, like I said, whatever that dude did, or whether that NF member was in like some serious bad standings, which I couldn't even picture that, bro. Like, because most of the time, bro, if one of them dudes is in bad standings, they'll just disregard him. You know? So it's just like, it's crazy, bro. It's just a trippy situation, my boy. But yeah, man. And you already know, bro, this is leading us up to the next one, but go ahead.
No, man, and unfortunately, man, these two men, man, lost their lives. A guard has to live with this for the rest of his life. I don't know if it'll have any type of emotional impact on him, which I'm sure it will. But my condolences to the family. It's not an easy thing to live with, and I'm sorry to their family, to the pain of both the victims. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, of course, man, right after that incident, I had also gotten word that there was actually a riot, a massive riot between actives and the Bulldogs.
How this
now, from my understanding, as everybody's been knowing, man,
did you have a wife at this time?
Yards lately, and I was actually going to interview someone
how did she
that
interpret this whole
participated
thing?
in that riot. Now, of course, after finding out that he was an active gang member still, that he was actually still in the general population yards, I had to cancel the interview, so that interview will no longer be taking place. However, what I do know is that right after the incident that guards ended up going and raiding each and every single one of themselves looking for weapons. From my understanding, also they rounded up a gang of individuals and took them to the hole. So that's as far as my knowledge. That's as much as I know right there, El. From my understanding, you know some more information, bro.
Okay, so look. So the thing that's going on right now, man, and you know, you already know, Tony, that I leave the fire content to you. I leave the breaking news to you because you've been fire at it before I came along and even after I'm here. And so, you know, I definitely tip of the hat to you. I am privy to a lot of information because I am in contact with a lot of camaradas in there. And let me put it to you this way. They're all active.
When you received that
Every
life
single individual
sentence,
that I'm in contact with,
when
and
you
they're
knew
active.
that you were going to spend
You
the
know,
rest of your life
and obviously I'm not going to say their
in
names,
prison,
and I'm
you
not
know,
gonna
how did you
divulge certain
interpret that? You
information.
know, or
But I will
did you
say this,
break down? Did you break
and I
down and
say this
perhaps
in
let
the
a few
hopes
tears roll
to
down your face in the shower? You
let
know,
people out there
how
know
did
that
you
this is a
interpret it?
serious, you know, something that I've been through several times, something that our loved ones are going through day in, day out, something that CDC does not talk about. But by the same token, you don't have to be a gang member, you know? So you kind of have to reap what you sow. So Kern Valley State Prison. The next unlock, and this is kind of like breaking news, and we're going to have to be on standby, whether CDC are, and I hope that me saying this on this platform kind of deters CDC from doing this, because honestly, I don't want this to happen. But there's already a list of camaradas on the GP in Kern Valley State Prison on level 4180. I'm not going to say what yard, but it's on the GP. There's already a list of camaradas. One of them, which is one of my homeboys, one of my friends. They're due to be integrated really, really soon. And CDC knows that these dudes are at war with the Bulldogs, Sureños and the Bulldogs. They know they're at war. And they still want to insist on putting motherfuckers' lives in jeopardy. They don't have to do this. But they've been doing this shit to us for decades. Saying, well, if you don't want this to happen, then, you know, you'll leave your gang. Come on, man. It's not as easy as that. Who has the bigger pride? You trying to force some shit, or the gang members with their pride? I could argue that it's the same type of pride. So neither one of you are in the right. So this is what's going to happen, man.
Throughout
they
your
already
time
got a
of
list of dudes ready to integrate in Kern Valley State Prison
homies looked out
with the
for you?
Bulldogs.
Like, you know, the fellow gang members from the
And
neighborhood,
this is the breaking
clique,
news
you know,
that we
had
wanted
to
to
send you
break to you guys
packages,
today.
you know, make sure you had money
so
on
if
your
it does
books,
happen,
you know, make sure
hopefully it does.
you know, you were taken care of.
In the administration sees or hears it. I don't know how many people out there be like, oh hell no, I mean, you say too much. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Because there's dudes in there, bro, that are trying to program, trying to go home, trying to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? And CDC, it's no sweat off their back to just let them program on different yards and let them be in peace, homeboy. Because all these dudes have already shown that they're with the business. All these dudes have already shown that they will kill if they have to. We're talking about soldiers, bro, in a situation where I used to be at. If you press us and you put us in a certain situation, we're going to fight to the death. That's just what it is. But hopefully it doesn't happen. But if it does, you heard it here first. They're about to integrate another batch of Bulldogs with Sureños at Kern Valley. And, you know, my hope is that it doesn't happen. You know, that's my hope, Tony. So, yeah, man.
You know, hopefully, with that being said, now that you actually enlightened us on that news right there, I really hope that they do not integrate these individuals. But then you got to think of it, man. What is their agenda? What is their motive? What is the purpose behind this entire thing? Perhaps is it when wars break out, man? A lot of people flee from the flock. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people end up dropping out. A lot of people end up going to the other side. Maybe this is all in hopes that the Bulldogs will end up, you know, going to war with these individuals and eventually following suit, and a peace treaty will come out from all this. You just never know what these individuals are thinking, or perhaps they're thinking, let them. Who cares? Isn't that what they're about?
They don't care.
They're gangsters. That's what their life's about. Who cares? Let them kill themselves. Let them attack each other. Isn't that what they're about? What are you guys complaining for? Why are you guys complaining about integrating and this and that? Isn't that what you guys are about? You know, so there's all types of angles and perspectives, man. You just never know what these individuals are thinking, man.
Yeah, and you know, CDC, bro, they try to eradicate all the big four, the original four. They try to eradicate them, bro, and it's evolved into a bigger nightmare. You know, it's evolved into this SNY gangs. It's evolved into other things that they had no clue that was going to happen. You're never going to eradicate the criminal mentality. You're just never going to eradicate it. So they don't, bro. They don't care. They honestly don't. So, but when it comes to doing this right here, even though they know, see, they're just creating a new mainline, bro.
I literally
They're
had
just
that
creating
question.
a new mainline.
I'm
And the
gonna edit
new
whatever
mainline
little
is
part
what
that I
used to
skip
be
up.
known as
I can
SNY.
edit, but hold on, let me think
So
of
all
this.
these
I had this
dudes
question in
that are
mind.
left
Perfect.
over, they're trying to bring them to their knees. They're trying to eradicate them furthermore, and it's crazy, man, because they could let it be.
Okay,
They could let it
there you
be,
go,
bro,
right now.
but they don't want to. You know, they don't want to.
You know,
why? Because
knowing
it's
the
more
fact
work for
that
them.
indeed
It's
you
more
are
work for them.
incarcerated for a 187
The more they
homicide. You
distinguish
did take
between
someone's life.
GP
Do you
and
ever
whatever
think
else
about
is
the
left
victim?
over, which is the
Like, does
majority
it ever
now.
eat up at you mentally
They
or
just want to be able to
emotionally
call
that you took someone's life, that he's no longer there with us, that he's buried in a casket,
and then
in a
mainline.
cemetery somewhere?
And all the
Does that affect you in any
SCGs,
type of
bro,
way?
make no mistake about it. When it's all said and done, their agenda, bro, is to have 2-5ers, certified or northern riders, whatever they call themselves, IRs, Emeros, ABers, NFs, whatever's left of the BGF, whatever's left of anything, bro. Those are going to be the SCGs. That's what they're known as now. And they want to create the rest as just a mainline. They want to filter out all the hardcore gangsters by pitting them up against each other. They don't care, bro. That's what they're doing. They're pitting up all the gangsters against each other, and they're giving dudes options like non-designated yards, program opportunities, and things like that so that they could give up their gangs. And they're going to lock down the hardcore of the hardcore. And eventually with time, bro, a lot of these dudes are going to die. They're going to end up dying. There's still going to be new dudes that have that hardcore mentality because they're being indoctrinated and things like that. But that's what they're trying to do, bro. You know? And they've already spread the cancer, you know? And I don't say cancer in a bad way necessarily. I say it as an analogy. And they're in different states and the feds and all that. But as far as in California,
You'll be able to call me
they're
back?
trying to eradicate all the old gangs and trying to lock them down once again. The only thing that messed up their plan was the hunger strike. And I was involved in those hunger strikes, as you know. But if it wasn't for those hunger strikes...
Is that a good thing, Al? Is that a bad thing for them to lock these individuals down again, man? As a result of these individuals being on the main line, man, there's been a lot of murders, man. A lot of murders that have been taken within the prison system and outside on the streets.
So look, and look, to each man their own, right? I don't say this out of disrespect for anybody, because anybody that has an organization or is part of an organization, they have their own, obviously, the ulterior motives, right? The man that I am now, I can't say that it's a bad thing, bro. I can't. Because the path that I am on now, I don't want no kids or youngsters or even the reoffenders that have families to take care of them to go back into that trap or to continue that type of toxic lifestyle. You know, there's dudes in there that have lives. There's dudes in there that are made. There's dudes in there that have no other life. There's dudes out there that are going to look at me right now, hear my story, and be like, man, I'm a piece of weak. Cool. It's all good. I get it, bro. I was once there. You don't have to be made to kill somebody, and you don't have to be made to be with the business, you know. But I came to find out that what makes you a real man, and not saying that you guys ain't men, I'm just saying what makes life worth living as a man is taking care of your family, being fulfilled and taking care of your bills, living a good, enriched life and spreading goodness, that's what I'm alive for now, you know. But as far as to answer your question, is that a bad thing? I don't agree with the tactics, bro, that they're using, bro. I don't agree with the tactics that they're using necessarily. You know, I know what they're trying to do, but I can't say that they're doing it for the betterment of everybody. You know what I'm saying? It may result in good by trying to eradicate gangs and organizations. But man, bro, I've seen CDC and Sacramento, bro. I've seen some of their tactics, bro, and they're fucking filthy, Tony. They're filthy, you know. But I guess in a war, bro, all is fair in love and war, right? So it is what it is, bro. I think if they're able to succeed, it would be more good than not. But there's going to be a lot of people in between, and in the meanwhile, there's going to be a lot of people that are just trying to do their thing, trying to survive by joining gangs, trying to have protection, you know, and just trying to, because there's a lot of homies, bro. There's a lot of homies in there, bro, that'll do what they have to do. There's a lot of sureños that'll go out to the yard, they'll stab somebody, if they have to stab at somebody, in order for them not to go to the other side, you know, because there's, you know, humanity, my boy. There's the pride, the ego in humanity, right? A lot of dudes won't go to the other side because they don't want to be deemed a piece. They don't want to live a piece, or whatever, what have you, right? So they'll hold on. They'll even stab or try to kill somebody just so they won't go to the other side, right? And right now, bro, the history right now, we're living in history right now. And I don't know what it's going to look like in 5-10 years. But I do know this. CDC is on a rampage to get the next generation of prison yards established. We're going to see what it's going to look like. But if they think that the violence is going to end or gangs are going to end, then I have another thing coming. Because it's never going to end. There's always going to be criminal mindset. There's always going to be the criminal element, no matter what. And a lot of them dudes, bro, even like the old school COs, not even old school COs, period. They're like, damn. At first, when the SNY yards started getting established like that, they're like, damn, we should have just let these dudes on the GPB, you know, because they started seeing on the SNY how SNY saw them dudes were disrespectful, how them dudes disrespecting staff and all kinds, right? But now that the SNYs are established and they're pretty much emulating, meaning copying, quote unquote, the GP style, because they all came from GP once upon a time. Now just history repeating itself, bro. So that's what I mean by that, bro. It's just a cycle, my boy. It's just a cycle, you know. But we're going to see what's going to happen. We're going to see what's going to happen. Kern Valley is going to be the epicenter, I guess, next with this integration. But trip on this, and this will be the last point. And I appreciate you allowing me to speak my piece on this. We're not even talking about the SNY or non-designated yards being integrated. We're talking about bulldogs that are at war with sureños and norteños, because ain't no norteño or sureño gonna program a bulldogs, bro. Because bulldogs, bro, yeah, they're with the business, yeah, they'll handle their business, whatever, but they've always been a different breed, bro, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing, because these dudes go against the grain, bro, just for the sake of going against the grain. And that's not cool at all. It is what it is.
I guess my friend Luis, man, L, man, I guess only time will tell, man. I guess we'll wait and see, and we can only hope that that these Bulldogs, man, that they stop integrating them on the GPS, man, with North and South, man. I hope the bloodshed stops. I hope myself, I don't have to report on any more murders, man. I feel like, damn, man, every day I wake up and it's like I'm expecting to catch another murder, you know, to report on, man. I become numb to it, man. I become desensitized. Usually I used to get chills, man. I used to feel some type of way reporting on this stuff, and now it doesn't bother me a single bit, man. I go have dinner right after I report on these things, man. It's
well, that's what happened, my boy.
And that's sick to think about within itself. You know, desensitization is real, L, man. But as always, man, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for stopping by. Go ahead and check out the homies L, man, and check out that interview, man, of him about the one guy, man, that got removed, and unfortunately the family ended up getting shot, man. That dude from Tokerstown, Fullerton, you said, right?
Yeah. I'll shoot you the link. So you know.
Yeah, send the link so I could put it on there.
Yeah, it was definitely very raw, boy. You know, like I witnessed a lot of dudes get killed in there, but there was one pertaining to this topic, and yeah, definitely, bro.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, man, be on the lookout, man, because there's going to be more collaboration with me and Mr. L, man. Thank you for your guys' support. And Las Ratos, we'll catch you on the rebound.